Me and Tia, we went to Newton Food Center. I was at Newton and I bumped into Felicia Chin and Jeffrey Shi. He saw that I had all my containers and I had my own cutlery. So that usually starts a conversation. They'll be like, why are you doing this? I think the best way to start conversation is people seeing you doing it. A lot of people think it's so mafan, it's so difficult, but it's just this willingness to do it. I think we are live.
Yes, we are. Okay, since we first did our live chat, a lot of news has come out about the necessity of BYOing for our supply chain and for a more sustainable Singapore. We wanted to get a BYO champion in our community, Carrie.
Yeah, so hi everyone. But I've been on this journey for actually since 4-5 years ago when we shot the music video for 放不下的活着. And back then already, like, we're not going to provide water, please bring your own. And yeah, so it has been like 4 years. I'm still learning, but today I can definitely share some of the things that I do to reduce waste.
What was the tipping point in your life that kind of encouraged you to start your journey? What were the practices that you started off with?
I have this friend, he was sharing a lot about like the turtles with the straw in the nose, then like the fish caught in a fishing net. At first you're like, nah, this is not really my business. Like, I don't want to know about this problem, But like as I got exposed to it more and more, realized that I can't ignore that problem anymore. Okay, I have some time now. I am going to read up on this. I learned it from this Facebook group, Journey to Zero Waste Singapore. They also bust a lot of myths, like for example, metal straws. I would say that I BYO every meal and every trip. I really don't use any more disposable. Yeah, if I don't have containers with me, I just don't buy. Everyone is on their own journey. It's your own pace of learning. So a lot of people think like, okay, if I go in, I'm all in, right? Like, no, you're not all in. You can't just come in here and you're like, I'm gonna be zen, I'm not gonna travel anymore, I'm gonna take the bus, I'm going vegan. No, it's okay, it's one step at a time. Yeah, so someone gave me a metal straw and I was like, this is interesting. So I started bringing my own spoon, my own cutlery. Cutlery is like the easy next step, right? So I started bringing that, and then like I started reading up more about the damage that we are really doing to our climate and our environment. Actually, the next step is really to look at my trash. What are you wasting?
So would you say that that was something that was also easy to incorporate into your working practice as well, your BYO stuff? Or was it more of a challenge, and how did you overcome those challenges?
That's the amazing thing. Like, a lot of people think it's so mafan, it's so difficult, but it's just this willingness to do it. When we go for like performances or we go for rehearsals, there's always a ton of bottled water. That's just a production practice. I used to go on production and I'm like, oh, there's a whole table full of half-used bottled water that no one will pick up again because it's not labeled. The most easy transition was to bring your own bottle. In fact, I know a lot of artists nowadays, they're already bringing their own bottle on shoot. But of course, bento is still a problem lah. Because you know, when they dabao for the production, yeah, it's always like a box, and then they would probably have like just 2-3 choices of like cai fan.
And the cutlery too, the cutlery that people that comes with the dabao.
Yeah, the cutlery too. And they always take more than enough. Yeah, so if any artist friend is watching, I would love to encourage you to please bring your own cutlery.
So Charlotte has just asked about the production where you encourage the refusal of single-use items.
So sometimes when I'm not singing, I also do production planning for shoots. That was a shoot at Village Hotel, and usually like on production, we have to prepare like bottled water, different kind of flavored drinks as well, and there's always like coffee, like sachets, tea bags, snacks. So obviously those will all amount to trash. And by then, actually, I was on a zero waste journey. So I thought, hey, I'll take this up as a challenge and do a production with zero trash. We have snacks that I buy from Unpack. So I bring my own containers and I go to Unpack. And Unpack has great selection of nuts, chocolates, old school tidbits as well. It was easy. I just bring my container. I went down to Unpack, and it's not a lot more expensive as well. I brought probably like 20 containers to the set. And then I forced my PA to go out and dabao with my containers. Yeah, he was like, okay, I'll try, but I don't know if the hawker will be unhappy. But I'm like, no, they're okay one. I I do this all the time. They're okay, because people who have never tried to bring their own containers, BYO, to hawker, they think that the uncle aunties will be like, hi, 你麻烦呢, but they are fine. Uncle aunties will usually be like, oh, okay. Yeah. They'll just take it nonchalantly. And actually more and more people are doing it. So they, like it's the most normal thing. It was definitely a great conversation starter. I think they were really quite impressed. I think we have a great crew who were also very conscious. I think that it inspired them that as well. Like, there's also another thing about being in the media industry is that you don't repeat your clothes your outfits when you go out and perform, right? So when I started in this industry, I was like, 听话 or something, like, you just like follow the rules of the industry and don't make appearances in the same outfit. But now I'm just like, t-shirt, jeans, that's us, man. Yeah. Or we loan from Topshop, who has been very, very supportive of Taban Sheng. Loaning is a great option. In terms of like getting free stuff, I think it's a problem among influencers and celebrities. Like, the PR companies would usually send over a lot of things for us to post on IG. That is something that is, as of now, like a bit hard to avoid. Yeah, but for me, when I get the free stuff, if I know that I'm not going to use it, I just take a photo and then I just give it away.
Because it's always someone who will need it. Like, we don't have to just like keep everything for ourselves, right? We can like repurpose it to others.
And you know about the Telegram group? There's one Telegram group that I'm in, Kampong Kaki, I think. When I moved house, right? Wow, I gave away so many things. It was so awesome. Like, and some of them, they represent charity organizations. So you just have to take a photo and post it on the group. And someone will say like, me. They'll PM you and say like, oh, can I have it? And then they'll come to your place to collect. Can you ask them?
It's key when it comes to pushing for zero waste practices or BYO practices in our job and life.
Most people are not very interested. For me, I just do it myself. I do it for my friends. I try to lead by example.
Would you say that you have managed to do that like enough, or would you want to say that you would like to do it more? Or that's homework for yourself?
Yeah, there are definitely things that I can't avoid as of now. I think I've done fairly well. Like, okay, like ice cream. I love ice cream. How do you shop? How do you do ice cream packaging list? So I still have some trash like ice cream kind, but I use them as my trash bag. I was quite upset that I can't eat potato chips for a while. Like I let loose a little bit. So then I would just reuse the potato chip bags as trash bag.
Yes.
Because I don't take trash bag from grocery anymore. So I use like packaging as trash bags.
That's a really good point, actually, and thanks for bringing it up, is that also you guys need to take plastic bags. If people are concerned when they BYO, they're like, oh, what's going to happen to my NTC plastic bag? Like, as Carrie said, first of all, look at how much trash you're actually producing and really think about it. But second of all, when you think of it, you'll realize that I actually don't produce that much stuff if I can save, and I don't need the big NTC plastic bag to put on my trash. And really, you just need chip bags. Bread bags also are a good way for you to put trash in. You can BYO and still have places to put your trash.
Yes, exactly. One of the biggest issue with giving out plastic bag from supermarket, a lot of people are like, then how am I going to bag my trash? It's illegal to throw my trash into the chute without a plastic bag. But there are so many ways to do it.
All kinds of bags. Anything that you have taken stuff out of can definitely have stuff put back in.
It's also about like re-looking at our stuff. You would think like, oh, I finished the potato chip, this is trash. But it's not. For me, I use it as a trash bag, but for people who, Unpack is selling. So they clean the chip bags, right? And they stick many chip bags together and become a laundry basket. Everything that you're going to throw out, you can always re-look at it and think, okay, what else can I do with this thing? Okay, I'm drinking this Sanity coffee cold brew bottle, right? I know one of our customers, they actually like cut it. She's planting stuff out of the bottle. Oh, you're not really into craft, then you can also bring this to Unpacked. And because they're starting a delivery service. So they need containers and they can easily fill this with hand wash and deliver it to their customers.
Would you say that since CB, you have had any change in your BYO habits? Would you say CB has made it easier for you to have Tapao habits, BYO habits, or to have to make it a little bit more challenging?
It's actually a bit more challenging because some places are worried about hygiene. It's just nice, like I brought my cup and I went to a cafe and they refuse to take my cup because they are worried about like, oh, do you have the virus? I mean, which I totally understand. Then I told him, could you, very nicely, I said, can you put it in your normal cup? Then I just pour it into my own cup. Yeah, and he was like, yeah, sure.
You know, if people say no, it's okay, guys. Like, we have to understand that this is a super unprecedented period of time. And if they say no, then it's fine. But just try. Like, that's the whole.
Another thing that I do is I call ahead to ask if they accept BYO.
Let's say for yourself, like if you were to give tips for people to like kick off a zero-waste lifestyle, where would you start? What would be your tips?
I would say the first thing is always look at your trash, right? See, you can observe your trash over a month. Like if people can't finish the food, whatever you can't finish, or like the bones, the shell for food waste, like I bring it to a market in Ang Mo Kio, block 628. They have this huge like food digester. They basically process food waste. I dump them in these like red bins, and then they will turn these food waste into fertilizer and potable water. But it's great for people who are not willing to do composting, like me. If you have a lot of takeaway boxes, then you can think about bringing your own boxes when you tapao. If you have a lot of packaging from vegetables, for example, then you can start thinking like, okay, how do I cut this down? Okay, then you go down to the wet market to buy your vegetables without packaging. If you see like, egg cartons, we all eat eggs, and then you buy it from supermarket, there's always that whole row of things. First, you can always go to wet market. The uncles will sell you, you can bring your own one, like you can keep one egg carton and then you can always reuse it. Uncle can fill it up for you. You can pass these egg cartons to the uncle, to the egg sellers. They will take it. They will happily take it.
Because they need it. They need it to put their eggs.
Yeah, they need it. Like for other people who come and buy eggs, they are very happy to take back the egg cartons. So really, really explore your wet market. Get to know your uncles and aunties. They're the best at BYO. Really, I love them. Like now they see me, they recognize me. They're like, yeah. They'll just take my gong and then they'll fill it up with chicken, or like even Hai Di Lao. Oh my god. There was once I went, because I was obsessed with their prawn paste, like 那个虾滑. So the first time I tried to BYO, I'm like, oh, 你可以把那个虾滑放里面吗? And the kitchen came out with a disposable container with the 虾滑 inside, and then she took out the 虾滑and put in my container, pour the ice in, and then passed to me, and she threw away the disposable container. I literally went like, no! So from then on, every time she sees me, she's like, 环保你来啦.
You know what? Like, I feel like that's a good thing. That means that like she clearly has been like, wow, this person made such an impact on my life that
yeah, at least I let her understand like it's not like, oh yeah, why do I do that? It's because I don't want to waste the plastic. So she knows every time she sees me, she'll be like, 给我你的盒子, and then she'll just like settle it for me. Okay, so someone asked, could you kindly share where to get the most basic BYO tools like the bubble tea cup? We will want to also educate people that, you can really use what you already have at home. Like even the disposable containers that you get when you order delivery. So although they say it's single use, you can use it a couple of times, then 10 times, 20 times, it should be fine. I mean, the fact that they don't biodegrade for 300 years is not going to biodegrade at the 20th use. So please go ahead and use your single-use takeaway containers. If you don't have a car and you find like, oh, I can't be carrying around so many boxes, invest in the collapsible ones like this one from Sustainable. There are many options.
So you don't have to go and buy. You can also just go and ask your friends like, hey, anyone got like a container they want to give me? Then they might be able to have one. Yeah.
And then for bubble tea, I always buy my bubble tea from only one place. It's not an advertisement. I just really love their bubble tea. It's actually a China brand called Hey Tea at Ion. And they are so good with BYO. They actually give you a 50% off when you buy with your own cup.
Do you have, could you be able to show us some of the things that you bring on set to your crew?
I personally use a lot of glass, but not for soup stuff because it becomes too hot for the hawker. So actually good quality plastic locks are really, really useful, especially for soup stuff. You lock it, you throw it in your bag, it doesn't leak out. As compared to if you use a normal disposable plastic bottle, right? This is my very, very hardy container. It's a perfect size for cai fan.
You bring all of this stuff, just all your barang, all of it goes with you to set.
Everything goes to me on set. Like I have a car full of things. Like I have containers, I have water bottles, I have these cups as well. Usually on set it's like the coffees mixture, right? 3-in-1. I bring my Nespresso machine there. You know, Nespresso is really quite amazing. Like they recycle these capsules. The coffee ground goes to a farm as a fertilizer. The aluminium, they actually recycle them. So it's really easy to recycle with Nespresso. In a way, like it's still zero waste where in terms of my production. My coffee machine, I reuse them and then I collect back the capsule for recycling.
That sounds like a lot, like dedication. And I think people have this misconception that like BYO is so expensive, you know, but...
So actually, after I started on this zero waste journey, I actually shop less at the normal supermarket because every piece of vegetable is wrapped in plastic and I can't. So I go to a wet market to buy my vegetables.
Or shopping package free in general.
I don't buy things anymore. So as in, I think I have everything I need. I'm also trying to cut down more things actually, to live more minimalistically. Yeah, so you know, I bought so many things from Sephora. I was like black member or like gold member. And then now I stopped buying. I haven't shopped at Sephora for like so long. There was a period of time I was so into lipstick and I never used them.
So BYO has like evolved into like all facets of your life when it comes to
you start to re-look into every aspect of your life. So I think the best way to start conversation is people seeing you doing it. Like lead by example. A lot of people think that being eco-friendly is recycling, but reduce is the first step.
Yes.
We should always leave recycling to the last step. Like only for things that we really can't avoid.
That's very true. And you know, first of all, it's like, what can we just not use and go from there? On that note, we're gonna wrap up. And thanks very much, Carrie, for being with us today. And thank you very much everyone for watching since the beginning.
If you would like, you can follow me on Instagram and you can DM me as well. Like I don't always reply to DMs if you ask me about my singing career, but I would always reply you if you ask me about environmental issues. I would love to share with you how easy it is to cut down waste in your life.
Thanks very much, Carrie.
Thank you, Kay.
Everyone for watching.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.